What's good, boxing heads? BFV back in the building, bringing you his breakdown for this undisputed light heavyweight title fight between Bivol and Beterbiev. I hope I said that right. Y'all know I'm terrible with these last names. Let me get this out the way first. If anybody's making a pound for pound list, they should stop right now and restart once this fight is over. Because in my estimation, no one's list should only start with the winner of this fight, and then you can go from there and put in who you choose to put in. But let's be honest, the winner of this fight right now is pound for pound king in boxing. The winner of this fight will be on obviously one of the best runs in the game. That being said, capping it with Undisputed, which hasn't been done in this division for about 20 years from what I'm hearing. So let's get this fight done. Let's get this fight cracking, man. It's some years in the making. I wouldn't say it's animosity between these two guys, but they both known about each other. Obviously, the unified champ is kind of the older guy, so he's been more on Bivol's. He's been on Bivol's radar more than Bivol's been on his, so to speak. But they listening to the interviews from each of these guys, they both said they know about each other. So that being said, there's no love lost. We can be honest about that. I think there's a lot of respect listening to these two guys. So that's good. That is semi-sportsmanship, but it ain't super friendly. You know what I mean? So we should definitely get some leather flying in there. And let's break it down, man. As you can see on your screen, both of these guys undefeated. Beterbiev got the best KO rate in the game. 20-0, 20 knockouts. And let's be honest, bro. This not been against no slouch competition either, bro. He's starching dudes, bro. He's starching some decent name guys too. And I think that gives him just a smidgen of an edge. Now, him being older balances that little edge out already. So we're going to see a balance right there between the two, because obviously being older and being through some scrapes and through some nice little fisticuffs going on, more or less from his side. But he's also taking some shots in there. But that salute to his chin too, bro, because he got a granite chin, bro. He took some decent shots from some nice-handed guys. Marcus Brown, I believe Marcus Brown was in here somewhere. Where he at? Yeah, that's one of his last 5 victories. So then he was taking some leather in that one. Joe Smith got off a little bit on him. I think Joe Smith was in here. Where's Joe Smith at? Joe Smith should be. No, that was Yard. Then Smith was right after. Yeah, Joe Smith Jr. was right after Brown. So back-to-back fights. You know what I mean? Guys tried to bring the fight to him. It didn't work out for him, obviously. But there's guys, and Yard tried to bring the fight to him. So I think Arthur's been through the wash a little bit more. I think he's a little bit more ready, so to speak, ring tested, so to speak. Bivol, on the other hand, being honest, bro, if you gotta compare records, man, like just runs that he's been on, I don't know who Salamov is. We know Canelo, smaller dude, couldn't get rid of him. Says a lot. Couldn't get rid of the smaller guy. Canelo, Gilberto Ramirez, maybe a little bit overhyped, definitely overmatched for sure in that bout. London Arthur, not a guy that's bringing a lot of smoke in the ring, so easy victory. And don't know who this guy is. So again, gotta look at the last little run these guys been on. Man, the unified champs he's definitely been on a better run. I think he's definitely a little bit more pressed for this situation, creased up, suited. You understand what I'm talking about? Bivol, on the other hand, can he take these shots? We don't know. We know for a fact that Beterbiev can take these shots, bro. He's been in there with some dogs, some dudes that's tested him, because they tested him since they weren't trying to outbox him, they was trying to outfight him. Because to me, I felt like Marcus Brown was a guy that could have outboxed him and really tried to use the distance to his advantage throughout the 12 rounds that they was in and try to pull it off on the card. But at some point, he caught up to him. The body shots started slowing him down. So, I mean, you look at Bivol. He's long. He's a longer fighter, a little bit leaner. I think he's bigger in the shoulder area. So, I mean, you got to look at the styles. You got to give the distance fight and the distance edge to Bivol, just because that's normally what he does. That 1-2, throwing those straights like that. That's what he does. He incorporates some hooks here and there. I rarely see him throw the uppercut. I often don't see him go to the body like we've seen Beterbiev go to the body. So I'm giving the edge in inside fighting to Beterbiev. Strength wise, I gotta give it to Beterbiev. Got way more KOs. You can see his punches making a difference on a lot of these guys. It seemed like Bivol just kind of more, just his guys are mentally taking out the fight than I think they are physically taking out the fight. It's like these guys figuring like I can't win, so they start covering up a lot. And he's got some TKO victories that way. Not that he's really starching anybody in there. So I don't know why they have the unified champ as the underdog. I think the age definitely plays a factor, and for some reason they might be saying the boxing that Bivol has done as an advantage, but the power, it kind of takes that out of the, kind of rebalance the situation out in my estimation. So I actually called this fight to be a draw. I think it's going to be a draw. I think a draw is still good for both these dudes' careers. And there are other big fights in this division right on the landscape, right on the horizon for both these dudes. So a draw seems fitting in my estimation. I don't know. You heard it here first. If it's not a draw, who you really picking? Now let's just take a draw off the table, and it's got to be a victor. Knowing what I know, seeing what I see. Politics in the game. Both sides, Matchroom, Top Rank. I wouldn't say one has the edge over the other, but this is in the backyard of Matchroom, so you might give them the edge when it comes to the politics side of the game. So Bivol slightly could have a half a judge in his pocket already. So that means you could definitely see a split decision loss in a situation like that. So probably lean Bivol just based on politics. But if I gotta go raw talent and situation, I think Beterbiev definitely wants to see his name in the record books as one of the all-time greats. Like, just even within this little 20 some odd fight run that he's been on, he can definitely go down as one of the all-time greats. To have unified within 22 fights, that is crazy. Did Devin do it? Devin was outside, but age-wise, Devin did it. So just based on the length of fights and the amount of fights that he's had, man, 20, man, that's outstanding. That's historical. So just those circumstances, this fight is pretty balanced. Because history is on the side of Beterbiev, but Beterbiev, I believe. I hope I'm saying that right. And the politics is on the side of Bivol. So it's a balanced fight all the way around, man. That's why it kind of takes me back to the draw. Man. And that's what I'm going to go with, man. I'm calling a draw for this one, man. I like what I see on paper. Everything matches up pretty well. You know what I mean? Nobody has an advantage outside of age, but these Russian guys, you rarely see their age in the ring like that. So I don't think that's really a factor either. Let's see what the fans think down here. This is Tapology, so big shout out to Tapology for allowing me to use this. Man, the people think Bivol gonna pull it out, and I think that's politics. That's politics. These are people that not really paying attention to what goes on in the ring. They see what's happening outside the ring. They see where the fight's going down at. And I think they lean in just because of that. But maybe they really believe Bivol can win. I mean, Bivol believes he can win. Some of y'all might believe Bivol can win. I just think it's a draw. Just based on the landscape of boxing and opportunities are still out there. Because Bivol hasn't fought an Anthony Yard type of guy. That's a great matchup. Yard has a fight coming up, so if he continues to shine and rebuild off that loss to Beterbiev, then that's definitely a future matchup. You got the winner of the Jesse Hart Benavidez situation, looking for a title shot. Possibly if Hart can get an upset and he can get back in there, oh, that would be outstanding. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Jesse Hart, man. I mean, bring the smoke that night, though. You know what I mean? But like I said, just based on the landscape of the light heavyweight division that's heating back up again, even though you would think Undisputed would put a cap on it, it's actually not. It's actually not putting a cap on it. It's bringing it back to a boil. So I think just based on the landscape, like I said, I do see a draw in this situation, and it won't hurt either guy's legacy or either guy's current record. They both keep their donuts. So that's boxing first of all. Giving you his 1-2 on this upcoming Undisputed fight. Y'all tell me what y'all think in that comment section. Hit that like, subscribe, and we here putting in that work, man. We appreciate the support. Thank you.